How's it going, you guys? AZ Palayo 21 back with another episode here in our UFC Reborn save here in WMMA 5. And here tonight we have UFC Fight Night Pitbull versus Allen, a big time fight in the featherweight division. Also got Merab Dvalishvili taking on Henry Cejudo, Du Ho Choi taking on Andre Fili, Irene Aldana in action in what should be a pretty good card. We are making our way towards UFC 303 O'Malley versus Sandhagen. 3 title fights on that card, strawweight, flyweight, and bantamweight title. Also have the return of Ronda Rousey as she takes on Kayla Harrison. Should all be very, very good stuff. Appreciate you guys as always, whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitch. As always, be sure to leave a like on the video. Subscribe, please, if you have not already done so. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you've been thinking and all that good stuff. Let's take a look at the rankings. As of our last fight card, of course, the last time I saw you was for Murzakanov versus Ankalaev. Magomed Ankalaev getting a big win over Murzakanov via knockout. Getting to low-level national in popularity, so hopefully that is enough for the winner of Prochazka versus Pereira to want to fight them. It is going to be Pereira taking on Yuri Prochazka just because he'll fight Pereira right now, and we just need a title fight. So, okay. So yeah, hopefully that is able to kind of move along as I wish it will. But for right now, we got Pitbull and Allen. Let's take a look at the rankings. At heavyweight, we have Stooe into the top 20 after his last win. At light heavyweight, there you can see Ankalaev in the number 1 contender spot. At middleweight, Paulo Costa moving up, Joe Pyfer moving up quite a bit, Abasov moving down just above Pyfer. I always hate when that seems to always happen, and I really don't like it. Makes no sense. You beat him, he should be in front of you. Nothing at welterweight or lightweight or featherweight. Actually, Jake Childers moves up 1 spot. Bantamweight, Piotr Jan is back into the top 10. Love to see it. Sergio Pettis, Martinez, and Kak Haramanov move down a bit. Flyweights, we have Jeff Molina in at number 19. Zifa Shang moves down quite a bit. Pacheco in at the featherweight number 1 spot. Got quite a few new people in that division. Should be very exciting. Hopefully we're able to get a little bit more of a good division going. Ashley Evans Smith moving up to number 19 in the bantamweight division. We have Reina Cordoba in at number 7 of the flyweight division. She's like 42 years old, so we'll see how she fares against the younger talent. Karine Silva also moving up. Yasmin Yaregui moving all the way up to number 4, and Esparza all the way down to 14. Yikes. Also have Giovanna Canuto in at number 15, and I do not see Mackenzie Dern. She is no longer ranked, unless she's up here. Mackenzie Dern is no longer ranked. That is insane. All right, cool. So with that, let's go and get right down to it. Pitbull versus Allen, taking place in Utah. Really good main event and co-main event in the featherweight and bantamweight division, respectively. We got Cody Stamann taking on Daniel Santos to get our prelims started in the bantamweight division. And it's Cody Stamann getting the unanimous decision victory, 22nd win of his career out of Extreme Couture. Suma Derji taking on Badmatsirin Dorjiev out of Mongolia, the Mongolian fighter undefeated. And I was going to say staying undefeated. Not the case. Loses via TKO in 2.5 minutes to Maderji. Chinese fighter getting a big time win there. Lauren Murphy taking on Vivi Araujo, maybe. I don't know how it's actually pronounced. But it's Murphy getting the win at 40 years of age. 18-7 she improves to. Let's see if she retires. She does not. She wants to fight the other 40-year-old in Reina Cordoba. And even insulted her. Says, "You're an old bitch." Well, you're old too. Anelia Toktoganova. Only 19 years old. I think we just signed her out of Ryzen or 1. Oh, wow. She was in Road, Asian large shows. She was on one show. But yeah, 19 years old is crazy. She's the current rookie fighter of the year. That's insane. And yeah, 4 big wins in 2023. And making her UFC debut here today against Kanako Murata. And the 19-year-old gets it done barely with a split decision win here today. Love to see it. Sasha Masafra taking on Niku Negumurianu. The Romanian fighter is the underdog to Masafra at 9-1, who is making his UFC debut today. And it's Niku who gets the win in a great fight via TKO. That UFC experience just helping him out just a little bit more. Bruno Ferreira taking on Matthew Semmelsberger in the 185 division, and Semmelsberger gets the TKO in round 1, improving to 13-5. Chersi Dudayev taking on Abubakar Nurmagomedov at 175, and it's Dudayev getting the split decision after 3 rounds. Ijeu Cabeza taking on Jack Shore at 145. Jack Shore, a big-time Welsh prospect. I mean, I say prospect, he's 29 years old, and he gets a unanimous decision win over the South African fighter here today. Ariane Carnelossi taking on Kiwi Yan at 115, and it's Carnelossi being a huge underdog, getting the TKO victory in round number 2. Love to see that from Ariane. Caitlin Neal taking on Melissa Gatto. Both ladies rather marketable. Caitlin Neal out of out of Utah. Okay. She's in her home state. Love to see that. And she gets the win in her home state. Love to see it. 9-4 she improves to. In her UFC debut, no less. Love to see that for her. Charles Hosa taking on Gavin Tucker. The Canadian Gavin Tucker taking on the very, very Boston Strangler out of Coconut Creek, Florida, Charles Hosa. And Hosa gets the win via decision here today. Jacqueline Cavalcanti taking on Irene Aldana in, I believe, our second fight on the main show. Cavalcanti 8-1. She is 1-0 in the UFC with a win over Pani Kianzad, former LFA bantamweight champion. Number 3 bantamweight in the world is insane. And she could get a big-time win here over Aldana, who is number 6 in the division. And it is Aldana with a huge unanimous decision victory over the young Cavalcanti here today. And she's calling out Juliana Pena. Mateus Rebecki taking on Carlos Diego Ferreira. Rebecki, a big-time favorite over CDF out of Brazil. Rebecki, 19-1, undefeated in the UFC, coming off a win over Jai Herbert. And it is Rebecki getting the win, unanimous decision after 3 rounds. Du Ho Choi taking on Andre Feely. Touchy Feely, of course, always in the octagon, coming off a loss to Yair Rodriguez, previously with a big win over Alex Caceres. Du Ho Choi doing his thing as always. He's coming off a win over Damon Jackson. Very, very even fight between the two, and it is Touchy Feely with the decision victory over the Korean Superboy here today. Brings us to our co-main event of the evening, the Georgian Merab Dvalishvili, of course, number 5 in our division, coming off a win over Rob Font. Before that, a big-time loss to Corey Sandhagen. Takes on the not even the current, what the hell, Adrian? The future UFC Hall of Famer, surely, at least in my opinion, Henry Cejudo, coming off a loss to Sandhagen for, I believe, the interim title. Yep, for the interim title. Got a big-time win over Piotr Jan before that. And yeah, looking to get right back into the thick of things. He is a huge underdog to Merab, though, and with good reason. Dvalishvili getting a huge unanimous decision victory over the Messenger here today. Brings us to our main event of the evening, former Bellator champion and, future Bellator Hall of Famer, I guess PFL Hall of Famer, if you want to be real. Patricio Pitbull coming off a huge debut win over Drew Dober on the McGregor card. You can see a high-level national. Love to see that. Taking on Arnold Allen. Mid-level national for him. He's number 7 in the division. Had that loss to Holloway, but then got a big-time win over Josh Emmett. This is a huge, huge fight in the division. Maybe title implications. Patricio Pitbull not getting any younger, doesn't have too much time. So we'll see where the dice roll. And we got our main event of the evening cooking as we are underway. Huge reach advantage apparently for Allen. He's 2 inches taller than Pitbull. He's operating out of TriStar, which I believe is the gym that GSP is out of. So being able to learn from GSP, very, very good for Arnold. Not too much going on here in the first round. Round number 2 underway. Halfway through round number 2. Second round coming to a close now. And round 2 comes to an end. They think Allen is ahead by 2 rounds now over Pitbull. He is the odds-on favorite here, the younger fighter. Imagine he just knocks out Pitbull right here. Left hand taking on the gloves. Ooh, sets up a nice uppercut that Pitbull lands. Allen's starting to get a little bit tired. Gives a thumbs up to his corner. Right hand gets blocked. Glancing head kick. Pitbull stands ready. Hook to the ribs. Uh-oh, Pitbull. Oh no, a body shot. A body shot ends the fight. And Arnold Allen is your winner by TKO. A fantastic fight. You love to see it. And Pitbull, with you'd imagine probably a kidney shot, gets knocked out. Or TKO'd, I guess you can say. And wow, 2,600 in attendance in Utah. Beautiful commercial rating, mid-level international. Love to see that. Surely Rede Globo's not going to bitch and moan this time. And I mean, main event, fight of the night. Oh, golly, nearly in all decisions. That would have been rough. I mean, we got Matthew Semmelsberger with a TKO victory in round 1. And let's give a little 50K to Sue Maderji. Congrats to all you guys. Made a loss on that card, mainly because Henry Cejudo is getting paid an arm and a leg. But a big-time win for Arnold Allen and, you know, making his way up. Probably going to be in the top 5, you'd imagine. And maybe just one win away from a title shot. That's going to do it for this one. As always, I appreciate you guys. UFC 303 coming up, of course, that big-time fight with O'Malley and Sandhagen. I'm AZ Plyo 21, and I will see you guys at the fights.